I do want to pause here and give a thanks to our sponsor, Browning Law, Allen Browning Law Firm in Idaho Falls. They are sponsoring Courtroom Insider. They make it possible so we can come to you every night. I want to ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you can. There we go. You can find me on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, X. I was live tweeting today. I'll be doing that again tomorrow. There won't be any cameras tomorrow. So if you go to eastidahonews.com, follow us throughout the day, or at X starting around 10:30 Arizona time. I'm also on Insta and YouTube, of course, at East Idaho News. I want to give a big thanks to many of you who sent in donations today to our newsroom. We really appreciate that, and I can't thank you enough. I was going to wear this shirt tonight, guilty of following eastidahonews.com. I might wear it tomorrow night. Just want it to be a little bit more appropriate today. Many of you ordered shirts, either that shirt or the Ain't Nobody Got Crime for That, or our I Come for the News, Stay for the Comments shirt. Big thanks to those of you that did that. And I promised my daughter, she gave me a bunch of Easter eggs to open one a day from now until Easter. And I promised her I would open this one on camera tonight. And she said I could read the note to you. Hi, Daddy, I'm so sad you'll miss your birthday here. Also, if you want, you can show this on Courtroom Insider. I love you. Love your favorite daughter, Emmy Swimmy. Thank you, Emmy. So nice hearing from you. And kudos to my wife, who is holding down the fort at home. It was the first day back to school today after spring break. And you know how that is. Many of you went through it today, just the madness of it all. And I miss taking my kids to school. But I think I got all those in. Peggy, let's get to your questions. So many of you have questions. First of all, the shout-outs. Michael Jepson, my good buddy in Fruitland, Idaho. He's a physical therapist. He just moved there. Wish he was here to work on my shoulder. But if you need help, go see Michael Jepson. Wayne Cleverly, Tammy Camphouse, thank you for watching. Pat Kane, Tanya Ann, Geraldine O'Gorman, Rose Kruger, Jana Grace, and Laura Welsh. Thank you for watching. We have people watching from all over. If you haven't put in your city or state, please do. Burley, Idaho, Macedonia. Where's Macedonia? Wow, that's amazing. Aruba, Meridian, Connecticut. Almost took a job in Connecticut once. Ireland, Holland, Denmark, Pingree, Idaho, back home. Round Rock, Idaho, Rexburg, of course, Spain, the UK, Australia, England, and Minnesota. A lot of good places. Now to your questions. I'm worried that if you're using a third-party company to order shirts, we will not be able to get them signed by Nate and the team at Help. That is true. We are using a third party just to make it easier. However, we are going to get shirts that we will put on our website that you can order directly through East Idaho News, and they will be shipped from us after the trial's over, and then we can sign them. So if you want to wait to get it, you can. If you want to order one today through our third-party store, you can get it early enough, and then if we meet one day, I'll sign it for you. Laura says, I heard Charles's home sold. Where did his kids go? His sons are grown and have gone to college. Of course, Colby is out on his own. I believe that Charles was leasing that house, but somebody definitely new lives in the home. I went by the other day, and yeah, somebody lives there. Love you guys and all you do. Is there any way you can start Courtroom Insider a bit early, maybe at 7? The current time is 8. 11 o'clock on the East Coast is tough for so many. Well, it is 7, 8, 9. It should be 10 o'clock on the East Coast. So it's 7 o'clock Pacific, Arizona, 8, 9, 10. I realize it's late. Maybe we can bump it back an hour starting next week. The issue is that court's going to get out around 4:30, and then I've got to have time to get back here, and it takes about an hour or 2 hours to prepare. So the time was going to be tight. But thank you. Also know if you can't watch live, you can watch it the next day. It's always available on demand. Deborah, why don't they get the audio of Alex saying he could kill someone and make it look like an accident? Maybe they have it. I'm trying to remember where that audio is from, Deborah, but I would imagine if it's relevant, they can get it in. Jody asks if Zulema will be here. No, she's not on the witness list, and I will be stunned if she comes to watch. Stunned, but I hope she does. Zulema, if you're watching, I'd love to talk to you. Lori says, L-O-R-I, what do you think will happen to the cops who treated Lori and Alex with such kid gloves? I don't know. Some of them will testify, and some of them will, talk about what happened that day. There's been some of the officers who have retired. Some of the officers have probably left the department, but some of these officers we have heard from before. So we will see. We will see what questions Lori has for them. Have there been any procedural changes in the police department since Charles's death? Cindy just asked. Yes, there was a bunch of movement. I don't know all the specifics, but there was a bunch of movement in the beginning of the trial. And remember, this was almost 6 years ago. So a lot of the older guys that were nearing retirement have retired, have left the force. So they could, be out doing, they could be retired. Were any family members in court today? Nope, there weren't, Tara. And Tara, normally we'll start probably seeing family members next week when the trial actually starts. Jury selection, it's not very exciting. I mean, it's kind of, I don't want to say ho-hum, but kind of standard. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the courtroom that this is in and the fact that Jodi Arias was tried on the same floor across the hall. Is Lori up for the death penalty? She is not. In Arizona, this is a conspiracy case. It's not first-degree murder, so she does not qualify for death. Heather says, if the trial is going to be recorded and start 30 minutes later after it originally starts, will we be seeing the beginning or will we miss the first 30 minutes? Good question. I'm a little confused. The trial will start at 10:30. We will start recording video immediately when it starts. At 11, this is all Arizona time, we will push play and you will watch from the beginning. You will see the whole thing unless a juror is accidentally shown or something is shown that shouldn't be, then we'll have to cut that out. But yes, you will see the whole thing. So we will get out of court 30 minutes before you finish watching it, if that makes sense. So yeah, you won't miss anything. If you stay tuned, you'll just be seeing it late. Thank you for conveniently adding the frequently asked question for the trial. Deborah says, for someone such as I who has the knowledge of the case, I become annoyed to sit through continued backstory on the case. I understand why Nate does it, but having the link is really appreciated. Thank you, Deborah. If you're looking for that, actually, let me show you here for those of you watching. Like if you're new here or don't know what we're talking about, this is, if you go to eastidahonews.com, right here on the upper right-hand corner, Lori Vallow Daybell on trial, complete coverage. Click that. And here we have, right at the top, a digest, which is a daily newsletter. Somebody's calling me. We have a Courtroom Insider button, which is all the videos from our history of Courtroom Insider. Frequently asked questions right here. Here's a timeline. Here's a who's who, and here's videos. And then here's all of our stories we've ever done on the case. So you can find that on eastidahonews.com or our free app. Okay. While in Arizona, can you please look up the system as far as makeup and hair products go for Lori? Okay, it seems ridiculous she can wear all that as a prisoner, but is it also because she's her own lawyer? Well, we know the clothing, the judge allowed that. From what I understand, you can get some basic makeup, and I don't know about hair from commissary. You can get makeup, though. Lori was a hairdresser, and you can take the garments that they give you, like the shirts or whatever, wet them, and twist them into, like, I don't want to call them tubes or whatever, and put them in your hair. As you can tell, I'm so experienced with my hair. That's how I understand. But I'll try to find some more information because that's interesting. I'm surprised Lori isn't being charged. This is Pat. After listening to your show last night, I'm surprised she isn't being charged with insurance fraud since it seems she had Charles's account changed to password protected. Since she was not the owner of the policy, I would think it was a crime. Wondering what your thoughts are. Well, I don't know if we ever learned that she officially did change the password on that account. Ultimately, she didn't get any money. So I think if she had gotten the money, it would have been different, but she didn't get any money. And she was charged in Idaho for, well, Chad was charged with insurance fraud. She was charged with grand theft for taking the money of her children and Tammy. When a juror is dismissed in Lori's trial, do they leave immediately, or is the judge ask them to stay till they get through the group? Nope, they leave immediately. At least in Idaho, you're dismissed, you go. They get you out of there. You don't have to stay. Annabelle remembers how we find live coverage from the courtroom because I was lost today and couldn't find you. It's a little complicated, Annabelle, at least it has been so far. Starting next week, when Court TV is here, they're the pool camera, meaning all the media we plug into their gear. So you should be able to find us every day starting at 11:30 Mountain Time on the East Idaho News YouTube channel. Just go there, subscribe, hit the little bell. You'll get a notice whenever we go live. We were late today because Fox was the shooter, the camera people, and we couldn't get their feed. Behind the scenes stuff. Not anything bad on them. I'm just saying we had to wait to get the feed till it was over. Why didn't Lori call Chad as a witness? Could she have? I think she could have. That would have been fascinating. I don't know if the judge would have allowed it, but imagine her cross-examining him. Nate, maybe you can't answer this, but do you get the feeling Lori's calling you as a witness as an act of vengeance since you pushed her hard in Hawaii to get the answer to where her kids were? I really don't think so. And I say that because I've talked with Lori a decent amount of times over the past 2 years, and she's been very friendly, very polite, sharing recipes. I mean, really, I don't think she was upset with me. Maybe she is now, but I don't know. Kelly says, did you say you've been visiting with Lori in prison? No, she wanted me to visit her in prison, and I made the request. She wanted a face-to-face visit with me, and I tried in Idaho. Here they don't allow face-to-face visits, but we have communicated. I'm super confused about Charles's phone. What did she take? When did she get to take it on all those errands? After he was shot, she grabbed his phone and took off. Allegedly, she had the phone with her. She didn't leave it at the house. So he was shot and she grabbed the phone and left, most likely. Or she took the phone because they were arguing, left the house, and then Alex shot her. But regardless, she took his phone. Can the judge now determine that Lori is not equipped to be her own attorney? No, he can't. What is, I wanted to keep yelling, keep Nate's name out of your mouth. How do you feel? How did I feel? I'll tell you, it was surreal. It was so weird to be sitting there and hear her say stuff that I know wasn't true and just listen. And then, I wanted to kind of stand up and say, I probably could have. I asked my attorney, I said, you can do the talking. Do you want me to come up? He said, I'll take care of it unless you want to. And I wondered if the judge would call me up to say, Mr. Eaton, do you have knowledge of such and such? But he didn't. But it was a little odd, I will say. I mean, it was weird to be there.